Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. Today we will study about the concept of .com and .exe files, as well as we learn the PSP and TSR file also. So let us start now. The concept of .com and .exe files. A .com file can be viewed as a replica of the way of the program will be seen in the main memory, where and .exe file experiences further reallocation at the time of running, thus begin with a relocation header. .com file can be viewed as a replica of the way of the program will be seen in the main memory, where .exe file experiences further relocation at the time of running, thus begins with a relocation header. .com file can be viewed as a replica of the way of the program. And .exe file is a .executable file, and that file uh, experience at the time of running, it begin the relocation header. .com file has a maximum capacity of 64 kilo altogether. .com file has a maximum capacity of 64 altogether, and but exe file has such no limitation. .com file has maximum capacity 64 kilo together, but exe file has no such limitation. It can be as long as the RAM can execute. .exe file uh, it, it has no limitation. Its lifetime is RAM. It can be as long as the RAM can execute. If the first two bytes are MZ or ZM, then DOS assume it .exe file. Whatever the file extension suggests, otherwise it will be considered as .com file. They must have a length less than 0xFF00, since PSP is 256 byte long. Then any .com file can be changed into exe file. Any .com file can be changed into file just by adding the header. Other different difference is also entry to the .com file must be 0x in x100, but that to the .exe file can be any address. The space of 64 kilo that is left unused by the code is the stack size of the .com file, but the stack size of .exe file do not have such limitation. Okay. The domain name, that is .com, is the top level domain of the internet system. Here, .com is a domain name of the internet system. The name has come from the word commercial, and it indicates that the commercial organizations will register under this domain. Now, this is not followed after .com, .org, and .net unrestricted. exe stands for executable file in different operating systems included DOS, Microsoft, Windows, Symbian, and operating system 2. The file contains the program that is executable and can also hold other components known as resources such as images and icons to be used during the execution of the exe file. Exe stands for executive file, and in a different operating system, the file contains the program and that is executable and can also hold other component known as resources such as image and icons to be used during the execution of exe file. So that is a very important. .com is a commercial file. .com is the domain name also, and the name come from the word commercial. It indicates the commercial organization, and exe stands for executable file in different operating system uh, like DOS, Microsoft, Windows, Symbian, and OS2. And this file contains the program that is executable and can also hold other component known as resources such as image and icons to be used during the execution of file. Now another file is a PSP file, that is a program segment prefix. DOS stored the command line in a legacy structure called the program segment. Where is the PSP? PSP is the program segment prefix. You know how program built as a .com files always start with org100h. The reason for that is precisely that for .com programs. The PSP is always stored at the beginning of the code segment. The PSP is always stored in the beginning of code segment at CS is to 0h. The PSP is 0FFH byte long, and the actual program code starts right after that. That is at a CS colon 100h. The address is also conveniently available at DS is to 00h and ES is to 00h. DS means data segment 00h and ES extra segment 00h. The Since the key characteristics of the .com format is that all the segment register start with the same value and .com program typically never changes them. To read the command line from the .com program, you can pick its length at CS is to 80h or DS is to 80h, etc. As long as you haven't changed those register. The command line starts at CS is to 81h and takes the rest of PSP, ending with a carriage return that is 0DH as it terminates, so that the command line is never more than 120x byte long. And that is why the command line has 126 bytes in DOS forever. Despite the fact we all wished for the year it could be made longer. Since WinNT uses the provides a different mechanism to access the command line, the WinNT -xp etc command line doesn't suffer from the size limitation. For an .exe program, you can't rely on CS is to 00h because the startup code segment can be just about anywhere in the memory. However, when the program starts, DOS always stores the PSP at the base of the default data segment. So at startup, DS is to 00h and ES is to 00h will always point to the PSP for both .exe and .com programs. If you didn't keep track of PSP address at the beginning of the program and you change both data segment and extra segment, you can always ask DOS to provide the segment value at any time via the int 21h function 62h. The segment portion of the PSP address will be written in BX, that is the offset of being course 0H. Now, what is the concept of TSR? A terminate and stay resident. TSR is the terminate and stay resident program. Is a one of is a one that is a setup of that is set up to be loaded and then remain in computer memory so that it is quickly accessible when the user presses a certain keyboard combination. Terminate and stay resident program is one that is set up to be loaded and then remain in computer memory so that it is quickly accessible when the user presses certain keyboard combination. TSR programs are used in the disk operating system and perhaps other non-task operating systems. They aren't needed in multitasking systems such as Windows and operating system too. TSR programs typically include calculators, clocks, and notepads. When running another program in DOS, you can press the preset keyboard key or combination of keys and the TSR program will pop up into the view. So that's it about the files available in assembly language programming. Okay, thanks for watching.